where you take money, your belongings, your wealth, you put it on a bet, you gamble it away, and this addiction becomes a habit for you, where even though you may be losing and you know you're not able to pay your bills, you're giving everything that you've always loved and you've treasured, and you're giving it away for what? Gambling. Now, gambling has always been forbidden in the code of conduct of a Sikh, how a Sikh should live their life. But let me start by giving this one example. The infamous example of the 5 king brothers, the Pandavas, who gambled away their chariots, their army, the pearls around their neck. They gambled away even their own kingdom. And when they had absolutely nothing left to gamble away, this was something that was set up for all of them, because gambling has such an effect on the mind. There's many research studies that show that addiction to gambling is actually a brain disorder, where it's not so much about gaining wealth anymore. It's not so much about taking money and doubling it, tripling it. It's the act, the thrill, the excitement of gambling itself, which causes someone to be so addicted to it that even if everything is lost, the person still won't go home. And that's what happened to these 5 king brothers, the Pandavas, the Pandav brothers. When all of this was lost, their kingdom was lost, they even gambled their own wife away, Draupadi. And pyareo, in Gurbani we read this, Itihas, we read this example being given so many times, when this wife named Draupadi, she had nowhere else to place her hope in. Her husbands had completely given her away and lost her, and they even put their heads down. Her family was not there to protect her. Her kingdom, her father, her own teachers, they weren't able to protect her. Then she focused her hopes and support on God. And that's when God came in the form and protected her. Draupadi Laj Rakhi. Paramatma, in the form of the avatar, they wrapped her with clothes, as the people that won her over were now trying to strip her of her clothes. But pyareo, what my point is, that this wasn't an act that the brothers were purposely trying to do. They weren't purposely trying to put their wife or lose their kingdom in this way. They had to spend years and years homeless in jungles, which led to great wars that happened later on. But look at the cause of this. What my point is, gambling is detrimental to your way of life, to your family, to those around you. So a lot of people, I've read this, is that responsible gambling is not even beginning to gamble. Some people say I'm gambling responsibly. I know exactly what I'm doing. But the way it affects your mind, the way you lose yourself into it, that maybe there's another chance, maybe there's another chance. You're literally putting on a 50-50 chance, if not even less. Guru Sahib actually compares gambling to all the intoxicants, the vices of this world. Guru Sahib Sache Pacha, they say, "Bahut chinta pid chalai hari, juai khelan kachi sari." That if you look at this entire world, people are anxious. They have so much stress based on their house, their bills, their family, all of their luxuries. And because of all of this, they're gambling their life away in the same way somebody might play a gambling game. Maybe they're playing chess, maybe they're playing solitaire or blackjack. Whatever the game that they're playing, and they're losing again and again and again and again and again, and because of that they're suffering again and again. So what Guru Sahib is saying, let alone the act of gambling, let alone the going and betting and losing all your wealth, your entire life you're putting into a gamble if you're exposing your mind to these vices. Because now you're saying that, look, maybe I can dance a little bit, I can drink a little bit, I can party a little bit, I can swear a little bit, but then also do this. Now you're playing 50-50. So you're playing a betting game that there's a chance I won't. Oh, I won't. I can be friends with all of these bad influences, but there's a chance that I won't get influenced by them. Pero don't play that gamble. Guru Sahib is saying you're going to get hit by it, you're going to struggle with it, and then you're going to suffer after. So along with this, when we look at the example of the brothers, this gambling, what it does when we speak about a brain disorder, it's not allowing you to think properly, it's compressing your mind in a way where, like I said, it may be at the beginning it could be about, hey, I have $20,000, I could bet these $20,000 and make 30,000, make 40,000. It's a thrill and it's an excitement. That's a vicious serpent which you don't want to put your hand inside of. So that's why I know there's a big hoo-ha of gambling online nowadays, because maybe we might be in isolation or in quarantine. So people are still not letting go of their gambling habits because the casinos are shut down, but people are going into these online gambling, and people are saying that, no, it's okay, I'm only gambling away $5, there's nothing really to lose. But Biaru, it's not the $5, it's not the money, it's the effect that it has on your mind. And when it grows and grows and grows, it completely destroys you and it destroys everything around you. Those 5 brothers, the Pandavas, that went and tried to gamble away, it was just gambling innocently. 5 coins, gambling the necklace, gambling small things, maybe small valuables. But then it turned into everything being lost. It's this danger that is going to affect your spirituality. It is going to affect your ability to connect with Guru Sahib. It's going to affect your ability to dive deep within yourself. You're going to be living in the stress and the excitement. Your brain is going to be growing this disorder where it's not going to be able to let go of the illusion deep inwards. It's completely gone in a different way. So this is why Guru Sahib Sache Pacha, they say, Aisa jag dekhya juwari, sab sukh manga naam basari, that the entire world is asking for peace. The entire world is. But nobody is actually wanting to connect with Naam. Nobody's trying to connect with God's name. And now you've taken God's name and all the excitement and the playing of the world and these environments that you're putting yourself and your mind and your finances through. When you've gone through that and you've put Naam on one side, now you've just gambled it away and you're asking for peace, but now you've gambled all your peace and happiness away. The entire world is like this sort of gamble. So har juar jua bide indri vasala jitno. When you are gambling, you are taking in this excitement through your eyes, maybe through your ears. There's even studies that as people are watching a wheel spin, the certain parts of their brains that light up having to do with their eyes, because they're focusing and they're concentrating so much on the wheel, or whether they're going to win or lose, and that excitement or that gamble in between, that there's a win or loss and their concentration is there. Maybe there's another chance after that if they win or lose. Maybe it's not even so much about whether they're winning or whether they're losing. It's that thrill and that habit that's become detrimental to them. And therefore, these 5 senses of ours, these indris, our bodies, are the body parts of ours, they have become this influence that's taken over our mind. The vices of our body have taken over our mind. What instead we should have done, we're trying to win over our body, we're trying to win over our vices, win over our desires, win over our attachments. But now, because very, very subtly, it's become, maybe I'm just gambling $1, $2, $3, more and more and more, and it goes and turns into a habit. Maybe, okay, well, now that you've lost 300, why don't you just win the 300 back? it's engulfed and you've lost to these senses. And when this becomes a habit, even if it's just for $1, $2, like I said, it has nothing to do with how much money. That's a whole different aspect, that you've given your entire house away and you're not able to pay your bills, yet you're still sitting in the casino. On this side, it's the habit that's created within the mind, within the thoughts of the mind, that have paved the way for the vices of the world, for your body parts to engulf your mind and completely take control of it. That's why now there's no winning left. So that's why, what should we be doing? Bhagat Kabir ji is saying, Kah Kabir kich gun bichar, chale juari doe hath char. That when we take our life, we're holding on to something valuable. We want to hold on to something valuable. We're holding on to the saints' sanctuary, holding on to great virtues. We're holding on to Guru Sahib's Bani, the robe, the hem, and we're begging for support, and we're striving for happiness, trying to lose our ego, moving away from our desires that are detrimental to our life and those around us. But instead, we think of other things. We think of the little aspects in life that you think are going to bring you happiness, but like you should know by now, if you're following this channel, that material things will never ever give you happiness. Then they'll never provide you happiness. That's why Bhagat Kabir ji is saying, Kah Kabir kich gun bichar. Think of these great virtues, think of these great deeds that you should be doing. Instead, gamble yourself away in the sanctuary of saints. Because there's nothing to lose there. It's a win-win situation. When you go and you're doing selfless service, there's nothing to lose. You're doing great things for humanity, and then you are also gaining great virtues for yourself. You're removing the dirt that has been attached to your subconscious mind, to your subtle body, your subtle being for many, many lifetimes. Do those types of great deeds. Chale juari doe hath char. But look at the gambler of life, and compared to the actual gambler. They're going to gamble and they came in holding something, but at the end they leave empty-handed. Doe hath char, meaning that their hands are completely empty now. When you have absolutely nothing, you have no virtues. Not only talking about finances, you're going to be left with absolutely no virtues. You're going to be left with no ability in your mind to concentrate on Paramatma, concentrate on God's name and meditate. Those things will go out of the window. We're not even discussing what type of environment you're sitting in when you may be gambling. The things that are put in front of you, those people that are around you, keep in mind, this is how the companies that are running the gambling, the casinos, this is how they're making money from all of you guys losing money. Somebody might say, but there's a chance. But Pyareo, this is the illusion that you're being put in through. So using these examples of history, of Gurbani, and even scientific examples of disorders that we've discussed, Pyareo, it's my humble binti, don't even play with the fire. It's something that is very, very dangerous. So Tankarke, in the same way, there are so many other things. When we talk about lust, we talk about anger, we talk about attachments. All of these things are like playing with fire. Don't go into the action, no matter how much your friends and your surrounding might justify it. So what if you are under this absolute disorder and you're thinking that I can't get out of this gambling thing, Pyareo, you have to completely detach and fall at the feet of saints. This is the only way to bring that reality in life. If you lost everything, forget the past. You've lost it all. Move forward. Find another thing that way you can concentrate on, that you're able to fix your concentration upon, so that you can replace that thing where you're, am I going to win? Am I going to lose? What's happening next? Instead, dive deep within yourself, and that can only happen when you completely surround yourself with beloved company, beloved sangat that is inspiring you to walk on a spiritual path. Saad sangat ke aasre prabh syo rang laye. With the support of the Sad Sangat, when they're in tuned in this love, you can fall in love as well, and all these other things fall away. And on the other side, actually treat it like a psychological thing. Like I said at the beginning, don't fall into it. But if you are completely drowned into it, treat it like a psychological thing. Completely remove these things in your life that you think are causing me to tiptoe back into that scenario. So pyareo, while talking, while speaking, I've made many mistakes. It's my request that don't find ourselves in these horrible trends, in these horrible acts. If you know someone that is tiptoeing or falling towards this endless pit, then please support them, connect them to Gurbani. Let's all do this seva to be rid of these things that are so detrimental to human life in general. That's why there's so many talks even that are saying that gambling should actually be illegal. It shouldn't be allowed. It's a money-making scam, maybe, I don't know. But it's something that is horrible. It's a cause to depression. And so many people around the world are being affected by it. So pyareo, ye meri benti hai, let's walk away from these things and inspire others to do so as well. Inniyan bentiyan parwan karniyan while talking, while speaking. I've made many mistakes. Sari sangat gaj waj ke fateh bulauni ji. Waheguru ji ka khalsa, Waheguru ji ki fateh.